right? When I saw you last, that was in September.
Yes.
And then that ended today?
Yes.
Okay. And then have you started at Premier Labor, or is that something that you're processing?
I just called him this morning.
Okay.
He said I could call him on. He said call him at like 5:30 in the morning Wednesday, and if he has anything available, he will tell me. I worked there before.
Okay. It's gonna be kind of like first come first serve and
yes.
the jobs.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I did change the supervision fees.
Okay.
Just reflected like the beginning of October until currently, I guess it would be the higher tier because you were making over $1,500 a month.
Yeah.
But if you're not employed now, I would change it again. So,
yeah. So I guess it goes back down. I don't know.
It'll go back down. Yeah. If you're not getting income, so just send me a text once you're. I mean, I know it can be kind of hard to estimate like your income through a temp agency if you're doing. Taking jobs as available.
Yeah.
Do you want to see what your supervision fees look like right now?
The total?
Yeah.
I'll look online. There's a website you can go to. I'll just I'll look online.
Okay. All right. Yeah, if you ever need a printout of that, let me just take a look at your. I know I did this before, but I just want to take a look at your fees.
Okay.
Any court costs? I don't think you had any court costs to my recollection. Let's see. Looks like there was so you do have some court costs.
Yeah, I think it's like $200.
Yeah. Yep. Do you need a printout of that or anything?
No.
Okay. How's everything at home?
It's the same.
Apartment? Okay.
Oh, so no. I made a video. There's a guy who stared at me as he walked past my door. I was talking in the door. The guy walked past. He was staring. I looked at him, and I like looking at people, so I kept looking at him while I was talking to the people who put technology in my body about what I believed was the problem at home or at work. And the dude walked past, and then he saw that I continued to look at him. And when he saw that, he gave the face everyone gives to people to stop looking at me. But I explained to him, hey, I was just looking at you for a split second. I didn't, not a split second, but because there was no facial expression I could see. Like it wasn't a happy look, a sad look. It was just a blank look on your face. So I was wondering what was going on with you. Just like a personal thought process, had nothing to do with you. So I tried to tell him that, and then he was like, oh, man, no, I want to shake you. He acted like two different people. So the look he gave is a look of a person who's irritated that you're looking at them. And then when I actually spoke to him and I pulled the camera out, he acted like a really friendly person, like the exact opposite of who he appeared to be 2 seconds before I pulled the camera out.
Okay.
And then and then I tried to tell him that people inside their houses have a right to look outside at anything they want to look at. So whatever they're doing inside their house, it's none of your business.
You were inside your house when he walked by.
Yes.
And when he was looking.
And then he looked inside my house, and I told him, hey, if you're upset that I'm looking at you, you don't have a right to look inside the building at all. Look at me, look at anything inside. Well, if the windows are open, but that's normally people just give the homeowner or whoever's inside the building the right to look at whatever they see outside their building. And if you don't like what you see, stop looking into his apartment. Stop looking.
That's fair.
I think you're supposed to. I think that's how it works. Like if somebody got mad at me because I was looking at them, I understand they're inside their homes and they would expect that I wouldn't stare through their window at them. So I would guess that's pretty upsetting. Maybe it's not illegal, but it's still pretty upsetting. I don't know how that goes, but I do know the courtesy goes to the homeowner or the person inside their home.
Yes.
And if you don't, you can look anywhere else besides through their window or through their door.
You have an expectation of privacy in your own home.
Yes, even if the door is open.
Yeah, I was just going to say, even if the door's open or the curtains are open, you have an expectation of privacy.
Right. So that's why I tried to explain that to him, and he said, "No, man, I wasn't looking inside your home." And I was like, "I didn't say that. I said you were looking. I meant to say you were looking at me." But he changed the story so that it looks like a whole different case. But anyways, that's irrelevant. There are people using technology to make it hard for me to speak and hard for me to remember things to say as I'm speaking. And I'm doing my best to tell. And everything else, all these small things, they're telling me right now in my ear. They just said it's a distraction. They just flashed images across my eyes and said these are distractions. And that's happened. So they're also using this technology to make my life as hard as possible. And they're telling me if you don't like it, commit suicide. If you don't like it, have sex with the people we're telling you to have sex with. If you don't like it, be violent, go to prison. If you don't like it, we justify these things because you are poor or you're a bad person. Mm-hmm. So you do bad things in life. It's okay for us to electrocute your genitals, play with your anus, talk to you while you're trying to sleep, keep you up, stop you from sleeping. Make you make mistakes, interfere with your life, because we think you should be your life has more value if you're in the gay community. That's what they're saying. You can be of more service to the country, to the community, if you have sex with gay people. And I've made several statements contradicting what they say on Twitter and YouTube as much as I can. And it's like people I grew up with, mm-hmm. people in my life currently, people I've never met before. And they're like celebrities. They're some of them are police officers, or they tell me they're police officers. Mm-hmm. And they're telling me you can't do this. This could happen to you. We could kill you if you, for any of these, we can do things to you that nobody will stop or be able to stop at any moment. And it's like death threats at all times.
If I can back up a little bit. So you had mentioned that they tell you to kill yourself. They tell you to be violent. They tell you to have sex with people that they choose.
Gay people.
Right? Okay. Just to back up with the suicide piece.
Yeah.
Do you have plans, or is this, I know you have, the voices telling you to kill yourself, right? Do you feel like that's something that you're at risk of doing? Are you
at risk of committing suicide? Yes. No, I pull the camera out and I tell people. So the last option would be to kill yourself. The first option would be to tell and continue to tell. So no, I have no intentions, no motivation. I mean, I look like a person fighting, right? Yeah. I look like a person who's not suffering. Well, suffering, I mean, you should have a better...
You do come off as someone who's suffering, yes.
I should have a better outlook or a better trajectory. Life should be different for me, and it's not because I demand it, but I'm capable. I have a physical and mental capacity to do better than where I am in life. And there are people who use technology to interfere with your mental capacity and physical abilities to improve your life, and it's called like interfering with your ability to produce energy. And it's life. Life is about how much energy can you produce before you die. And these people, I learned that on my own, but they didn't. They told me, we don't want you to have the best life or the most energy unless you are having sex with gay people, and because they deserve the best things in life. That community deserves anybody who has the best life. So, I'm trying my best to tell. And I'm so sorry. Yeah. So, instead of thinking about suicide, or everybody who sees me or everybody who knows me should see that I'm fighting. I wear these earmuffs everywhere I go. I wear the headbands to stop my ears from moving. They like to electrocute my ears and make them move.
I remember you told me about that. Yeah.
And it's like a pulsation.